Hey everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope this video can make it a little bit better. Today we're going to be testing out the new Hidden Tome Epic Relic on Diana and really helping our OTK potential. So we're going for Chosen by the Stars and Echoing Spirit. These two are great together. The Faded and Augment is able to help Diana power up very quickly. And then the Echoing Spirit is letting us spam out her champion spell since we can play them for one, be able to buff her up, get some more draw, trigger Nightfall effects. And this just massively increases the power of our Diana. And the Hidden Tome making sure we can play as many of those spells as possible so we can try to buff up Diana in order to just end the game in a single round. Now we are going to be going up against Swain, which will be quite difficult because they're going to have big units to block us right at the start of the game. Also, Diana will be susceptible to any of their stun or removal spells, so this should be a pretty tough one, but will be a good chance to show what these epic relics can do, even on a 3-star champion. Now, if you appreciate the daily Path of Champions coverage, a like and subscribe is greatly appreciated, and let's get into it. Swain Gaming, yes, we are going to try to go against Swain. We're very likely going to get shut down because we don't have Spell Shield. They have so much pressure up front, and they have big health pools, so we're really going to struggle to be able to end, but we're going to try. All right, everyone should be back. We're in the Swain adventure. I don't think we're necessarily going to be able to win here unless we get lucky, but I figured we should test it out because we kind of blast through Aesol a little bit too easily. So we don't need sorcery. We can go for Wild Inspiration. That'll be nice because we have a lot of created cards from our Echoing. Yeah, Wild Inspiration could be fine. This will let us play our spells for free, which actually kind of makes our sorcery not as needed. But still, let's go here. And let's go for Reckless Trifarian. Streamer luck, what do you mean? I mean, I do have a pretty amazing win rate against Swain, but I know how many ways we can get shut down. All right, so we technically want to have just as many Dianas as we can in our hand. Having more Pale Cascades is fine. Also, we need to have something for our Nightfall trigger to give Diana double attack. So that's why we're holding on to this unit here. The good thing is we always start with the attack token. The bad thing is, yeah, we're normally going to need to play Diana, and then they can just stun her, hit her with the spell, and kill her. It's, yeah. Huh, so since this is a created card, we can actually play this for free.
Temperamental as moonlight.
And then we can play our Diana for free.
Find your own light within the darkness.
So she refills our mana.
Moon sister.
Yeah, these ones that are created, we can play for free, which is very nice. All right, so we're about to level, so let's use this Pale Cascade to refill our mana.
Find your path in the dark and follow no false light.
So our mana's refilled, so even if these were going to cost us anything, we're still able to play them. We're just trying to buff her up as much as possible to be able to end in a single round. And this is the great thing about Pale Cascades. Since they have draw 1 and they're shuffling Dianas back into your deck, the more Dianas you have, the more likely you are to just keep drawing more of them, which is why this is going to be so good. So we're going to be fine when they're having like 40 health. When they start getting to like 90 health, we're going to have a serious problem. So we're grabbing the unit that has the weakest amount of health, so our Overwhelm does the most damage. And GG. Didn't you beat Swain with Mordekaiser? Yes, I did. All right.
The words of the heretic rang true.
Every decision we're making for, like, anytime we're looking at cards, anytime we're looking at powers, is can it make that, what we just did, better? Can it make Diana do more damage right away? Can we just improve that at all? So what we're seeing here, we don't want to play this round 1. We don't want to play this round 1. Draw 1, activated an ally's Nightfall effect. This having draw is kind of the best. Also, it's burst speed. Yeah, this is the best out of these ones here. I'm so lost. What did I just witness? Diana OTK. All right, so Watchful Idol. This is something we could play round 1 as our Nightfall trigger. Time Trick. Technically, we could play this. So when Diana plays, I'll look at her star powers here. just in case anyone doesn't know. So +1 starting mana. When you play your first card each round, refill 1 mana. So this can refill your normal mana. If that's full, it refills 1 spell mana. So we could actually play this here. Even though it's going to cost 2, it's going to refill 1. And then our Diana only costs, if it's a created card, one of the ones from Echoing, it only costs 1. So technically we could play this, which I think we're probably going to go for just because it has Farsight, so we always have that. Then for Diana, allies have Nightfall, grant me 2 power and quick attack. If I already have a quick attack, grant me double attack. So Diana has quick attack, this gives her double attack and the extra damage, so we have to get Nightfall. I think we'll go and grab this. Alright, Spells Chest or a power. Spells Chest, we could get potentially more of Diana's champion spell, get some items on it, but we probably want to go for a power if we could get something that makes a card at the start of the game. Something like the Forge powered Blade's Edge, the Predict one, any of those would be good. So I think we'll go up for the shop. So let's go for Mana Soul Student. Have you noticed that some of the rewards open automatically? Yes. Diamond Vault, being from a 5-star adventure with Kate just opens. Yes, that's been happening for a while. So right here, we want to hold on to Diana. We want to hold on to any Pale Cascades. Really, we just want as many copies of Diana as we can get. Okay, not great. Alright, so we can play this here. I think we'll play the Duskbringer just because it's a bit cheaper. And then it makes this, which lets our Diana be free. Also, playing a unit makes them bait out any spells or use up their mana, where since this is burst speed, it's all happening in the same action. So then if we play Diana immediately, she can get countered.
Find your own light within the darkness.
Yours is a light I cherish, Moon Sister.
Alright, so let's see. We only have 2 Pale Cascades, which is on the low side. We do still have Time Trick, though, so at least there's that. Alright, perfect. So we're leveled. We get a mana refill, so that's perfect. So we're going to keep playing this as long as we can to keep buffing up our Diana. And then we're going to try to do any draw. Also, when your card flips over to your champion, things like Faded trigger again. Also, the great thing is every time we're playing this, that Hextech Fabricator is also going off. So it's also buffing up our Diana. So it can hit items, or it can hit like ones that give you power. Can also hit stuff that's kind of useless. We'll do a Predict to try to get another copy of Diana. There we go. Perfect. Oh, I guess we're already at the point where we can end.
Our light grows brighter.
So these are all 8 costs, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, it's still going.
Turn back.
Let's see how high we can get this, just so we know if we could potentially kill, like, Swain already. I mean, if we just keep getting lucky, we can kind of go forever. After playing with Kate, I found she doesn't have a lot of ways to force draw during the turn. This can actually give you some more, but yeah, we'll just attack here. So, 2 out of 2, been able to end in the first round. Solid. GG. She's a bit of trouble on defense turns. Yes. Alright, so this is a great card. Are we playing it turn 1? No. This here, also 3 costs. We're not playing it at all. Okay, so none of these are great for us. We could use a reroll. We're going to try to save this for powers. So if in the off chance we aren't able to draw our Diana or anything, the Crescent Guardian is awesome. So I think we'll grab this. Yeah, like the extra draw is nice here, but I think we'll still stick with this one. But yeah, none of these are really benefiting us, sadly. Let's go for the shop, see what we can get here. So this is a card that we can play at the start of the game, but we want to have our deck be as small as possible because we want everything to be Diana as much as possible, because then we can just keep drawing more of them. Okay, well, there's there's that. This actually isn't great for us, ironically. So the funny thing here with this is, since we're a Nightfall deck, we don't want to play Diana first thing. So it's actually not good, because whatever we're playing for our first card is a throwaway card. If we play Diana, we don't get double attack. Duplicate actually isn't good for us here. Which is hilarious. Yeah, chump blocker, but we're trying to end round 1, so we don't need chump blockers. Yeah, we actually have to reroll. Allies have hollowed. Again, like, is this helping us end in a single round? No. Oh my word, they need to change that. That's one of the most frustrating things. All right, counterfeit production. This is perfect. Round start, we get a fleeting card. We don't have to worry about Nightfall anymore. We can also use this to shuffle more copies of our Diana in our deck. This is good, finally. All right, so Lord Broadmane. Like, ironically, the common power we just picked up is better than the legendary one we just got. So here we want to reroll everything other than Diana. We want to get as many Diana as we can. The one problem here is that we have first action, meaning they could stun us. That's the one problem. So since we're going up against Lord Broadmane specifically, since I know he has a lot of ways to mess with us, we're actually going to play the Duskbringer first, just because we cannot drop our Diana and then get stunned, because then we're screwed. So here, just because I know they have a lot of spells, we're actually dropping this. If we were going up against some other targets, we wouldn't bother. All right, let's shuffle more Dianas in our deck. That's still fantastic.
Her flowers bring the moonlight with them.
Find your own light within the darkness.
Yours is the light I cherish, Moon Sister.
All right, so let's start trying to buff up our Diana. They have 50 health, so it's getting higher. Yeah, they still have 1 mana, but since it's now our turn, they don't have the action. So they're only going to be able to respond with fast or burst speed spells. Problem is, we are getting a little unlucky at the moment.
Cloaked in silver, they tried to blind me with resplendence, but they could not break me.
All right, let's drop this here. So sadly, we don't have any other draw to be able to hit that unit. They still have 1 power. These other cards, even though they would be decent to drop and play, they're not going to have
No more lies.
overwhelm. So like, we could try to do as much damage as possible here, but that's not actually going to be, we're not going to be able to end.
Heretic.
So we're going to try to kill Lord Broadmane. Still decent damage. We need to try to survive until next round. The good thing about this build, though, is a lot of the items and stuff we get in Diana, she's not getting recalled or anything by like a Gale Force, so she's still going to be a solid unit on our board. But yeah, we will have to drop this here and then build out our blockers. Because since our round 1 attack has failed, now we switch into reducing down as much damage as we can. I think we'll drop this one first.
Light flowers upon my blade.
The promise of a new moon upon you, Bloom Tender.
Has anyone completed Well Traveled yet? Yes, there's some people that just grinded it out and were able to do it. All right, so they're stunning her. That is fine. We're shuffling more copies of these into our deck. So that was our Nightfall trigger. Sadly, both of those are weak. We could buff them up. We really need to save this for next round.
Fang's turn.
Yeah, this is going to hurt.
Arise in our time of need.
All right, so I think I'll kill one of the City Breakers because we're keeping them from attacking and we're keeping them from hitting us next turn. So yeah, not great. We weren't able to end, but this will be a unit that can help us attack next round. All right, so here we need to get our Nightfall. Shuffling more copies is fantastic.
I will be heard.
And we already have enough to end, although they can block this. So let's
Our light grows
buff this up a little bit. Will they have anything to stop us? Oh, this is annoying card. There we go. All right, we're still fine, but the problem is this is dealing 4 damage to us. So that's pretty sad how much damage we took this round. Some people rush the Annie adventure like 30 times a day. Yeah.
Her light across the land.
I didn't know she could do this. Time for me to take out Diana out of the closet. Level 1 3-star. Yeah, she is great. Even without epic, she's still fine. All right, so grant an ally 3/3, draw a champion. Drawing a champion is not bad. We definitely don't want more champions. We'll go for the drop border just because it's a 1 cost. What's the setup? Echoing Spirit, Chosen by the Stars, and Hidden Tome. So we can go to a shop, try to get another power, but what powers could we think of that could really help us? Evolve would help us, and that's kind of it. Honestly, just going for an item could be solid. We'll try in the off chance that it is good. Ooh, that's good. So this having Predict, this is going to hit our champion spell, and that means we can look for another copy of the same card. So this is going to be super, super good for us. And honestly, we can just buy a bunch of these. We get more copies in our deck. Because even though these aren't going to be free like our champion ones, it's still better to get this than another card. So let's buy this. I appreciate the explanation for your plays. Yes, I try to always do that whenever I think something needs explanation. Rush them down. This is giving us essentially 2 damage. 1, like it's buffing her up by 1/1. But since she has double attack, that's essentially giving us 2 damage. It's small, but it's something. It's not worth re-rolling. This would be fine, but we already have a trigger from our counterfeit copies. We already have our Nightfall trigger. So yeah, we can buy a couple more of these. Yeah, we probably, yeah, can't heal all the way up. But our consistency is going to skyrocket. All right, Jin. That Predict is massive. That is so good for us. +3, please. I don't know what you mean. So let's get rid of Drop Border, get rid of Cloven Way, get rid of Shade Stalker. Now, Jin does have damage to try to kill us right away, so that's not great. Since he has a lot of removal spells, once again, we're not going to open with playing Diana. We will play this first to bait out anything.
I have prepared something.
So yeah, they immediately open up with a Vile Feast. Now, while we probably could buff up our Diana, we still don't really want to get hit with that. All right, let's drop counterfeit copies, get more of her. Drop our Dust Petal to save 1 mana.
Dusk approaches.
All right, and then we should just be able to end right here. We can let that go through. But yeah, Predict, draw 1. This is going to be so good for us. So we don't see anything we want, so we're skipping. So essentially we're having the same luck then as we would have had before. And we hit a Pale Cascade. That's what we want to see. So let's use up some mana because we're refilling mana when we level. We see a Diana. Perfect. All right, so the next card we play is going to make us level, but I think that's fine. We might actually be able to OTK Swain. There's a chance. Predict is so nutty, yes. Literal streamer luck, it's all skill. Now we just have to sit here for 5 minutes while we continually buff her up. So since we're being able to play this for free from our Wild Inspiration, our Hidden Tome isn't as valuable. Normally without that though, we'd be spending 1 mana on these. So we're having 3 extra mana. We don't see our champion, so we skip. Having the 3 extra mana normally would make a pretty big impact, so let's play these 3 more times. Again, we don't see our champion, so we have to skip.
Moonlight guide me.
But I mean, we're already at the point where we can end actually, so.
No more lies. Face your heritage.
GG. And we even could have pushed more damage. Why is your pale? Okay.
We speak, and they
I just joined for this quality content. Yeah, Diana's great. And Hidden Tome makes her even better. This is normally the way. We already have double attack. I think we'll save our reroll for the power. We get regen from Chosen. We get double attack from our star powers. I think let's go for Vampiric Scepter. It's not going to be... I mean, we're normally playing it for nothing, so it's... I think we'll go for double attack because one thing that could happen is maybe our Diana dies. Maybe she gets... like entombed somehow. Maybe she gets killed, but she is deathless, so she gets resummoned. Anything like that, you get your Diana back, but your double attack is gone. All 3 of these are kind of useless. We could go Vampiric Scepter because maybe we play her and for like 1 heal, but it's gonna be like maybe 1 heal a game. Regen, we're already getting double attack. Like, yeah, all these are kind of useless. We're going for the double attack though, just in case it gets stripped from her, which is possible. Yeah, this is how I break the weekly nightmares. This is how I try to get them down. All right, so Feral Senses, this is another trigger we would use for Nightfall. We're already good though. Nature's Revenge, this would just give us like 2 damage, but not even because it doesn't have Overwhelm or anything. Mystic Meditation, normally it's not really going to do much. Pretty much none of this, everything we're looking at is, does this help us end round 1? And pretty much nothing here is really going to be able to do that. So we're going to try a reroll. If we could hit like Evolve, that would be massive. All right, no Evolve, Lie in Wait. So this is like maybe gives us 1 power. This gives us maybe 2 damage on average. This gives us a guaranteed essentially 2 damage because buffs her up. She gets double attack. This hits twice. So this is good. The predict from Feral Senses was kind of good. I mean, we already have predicts though. And when we play our card, we're just going to predict again. So it's not really needed. If we didn't have predict, then yes. Yes, it would be. Yeah, rush them down. This is giving us the most guaranteed damage out of these. Now, if the adventure goes on longer, then these will both kick in more. But again, we're trying to just go for ending the game in a single round. Here, we definitely don't want to go for Reckoner. Let's go for Blackout. We might have to deal with a stun, which could suck. But let's try to go here. All right, reroll everything that's not Diana. Could hold on to a 1 cost. Could hold on to a 1 cost so we don't get stunned. I think we will hold on to this just because it's the stagehand. They have stuns. We do have to be careful of the fact that we have the attack token. We have first action. I don't think it's a 0 cost Nightfall trigger because it's not a Nightfall card. All right, they have 4 mana. They definitely can stun us. Here, since we don't have our other unit to play, well, yeah, we don't need our mana refilled. We'll drop this here.
Today you are King Hu.
All right, I think their stun unit is still a 2 cost, so we might still get stunned here. We're trying to play around it as much as we can, but there's only so much we can do.
By the moon's crescent flame.
Okay, thank goodness they don't have it or they didn't play it. So here we can start our scaling. Another copy of Diana. Perfect.
Moonlight guide me.
We also have our Shadestalker, which does have draw, although we won't really have the mana to play it. All right, Diana. Perfect. perfect.
They tried to blind me with resplendence, but they could not break me.
No, we don't have to fish for a 1-cost trigger Nightfall for Diana. No, but we already have counterfeit copies, so we don't need the predict as the trigger for Nightfall. Alright, getting lucky so far. It is nice having the time trick as a little bit of a safety net. Also, this is why we kind of suck into Lysandra, because she shuts down this playstyle. Does anyone know if 100 Nova Shards auto-convert? It goes into 100, and then you click on a button in the panel that converts it. Spicy Toast, would you use Big Guns and Chemtech on Vhagar, or Big Guns and Ludens? I would still use Chemtech Duplicator.
Our light grows brighter.
Yeah, the 1 extra damage from Ludens is not worth getting rid of Chemtech for. Alright, so we have enough. We can attack and end, and so far this adventure, I think there's only been a single encounter we haven't been able to end in the first round. Nice. So being able to cut a card is nice. Double invoke. Guess we'll go here. Alright, let's look. So we do have 4 of the Crescent Guardian. We do have 4 of the Heavens Align. This is often good as a Nightfall trigger, but we already have that covered. We're trying to just cut the most we can from our deck that's not Diana and isn't any of our important cards, but we want to make our deck as narrow as possible. So we're going to get rid of the Heavens Align just because we want to make sure we're more likely to hit Diana. All right, here, Pale Cascade with Farsight. Not bad. Treacherous Terrain. Let's buy at least 1 copy of this. So since we have a champion item right up here, which we want to get as many copies of our champion as we can. So even if it's a garbage item, we don't care. More copies of our champion. So we don't need the gold. So yeah, we'll grab the Treacherous Terrain, give us a little bit of survivability. Yeah, we can get a couple more of these. And let's go up here then. So this can hit our followers, can't hit our champion though. So let's go for the Maker. Now I'm not sure if they also have the stun card or not. All right, let's get rid of both of these. Double Diana in an opening hand. Fantastic. All right, so here's our Nightfall trigger. Hopefully they don't have something to immediately stun or recall us, because we don't have anything else we can really play. We have to play Diana. This will be the one scary thing for Swain. He'll have something to immediately kill us, potentially. Like, he has stuff that can kill us at burst speed that we can't react to. So if that happens, we're screwed. But if it doesn't happen, we're going to be golden. Anak Unta? 155, thank you for the follow. So yeah, one issue is we're actually hitting a lot of Pale Cascades, which, I mean, it's better than not hitting one of our champion, but it's worse because we do have to pay for them still, so they're not free. Which,
our queen, the night, her kingdom.
One thing we should have just done right there is, since we're about to refill our mana from leveling up, we should have used one of these 2 costs. So that was a slight misplay there. That would have been better.
Moonlight guide me.
But yeah, the more Pale Cascades we have in our hand, the less we have in our deck. Whereas when we play the ones from our champion, we play it, it gets shuffled back, so we can immediately try to play it again. Do we want to hit another Pale Cascade? Yep, I guess. Yeah, I was one thing I was a little bit hesitant about adding so many because I was worried something like this could happen, but I was like, it'll be fine. Hopefully it is. I think the Maker can also only hit followers. I think. All right.
Face your heretic.
Now, they are an Ionia deck. I really hope they don't have their 2 cost Yasuo stun, but not anything we can do about it. Oh, of course they have it. All right, so we can't get anything to give us Spell Shield. Spell Shield is not one of these cards. So, Pink region is the worst. We will hold off for now. Yeah, they always have it. Yeah, sadly we haven't gotten Spell Shield on our champion. If we could get that,
Meet destiny.
that would be great. Yeah, I'm trying to think through what we can do next round. We can like try to wait and bait out more of their mana, but I also think that they're gonna have other spells to try to recall us. That's the bad thing, is like we need to try to stun, or we need to try to get an attack in, but if they just have the stuff to stop us, there's kind of nothing we can do. Yeah, it's the one downside. It's like, do they have a spell to stop us? How do you farm cards in this game? I'm not sure what you mean, because you don't really farm cards for Path of Champions. Because you have your pre-made deck, and then you just get cards as you go through. I'm worried if we immediately attack, they're going to stun us. I'm worried if we don't attack, they're going to recall us. Recall wouldn't be as bad, just because we can play another Diana. So we're going to try to play this to just bait out some of their mana. And if they recall our Diana, we'll just play her again, buff her up again. And they don't do anything. Okay, so we just have to attack. Normally when they pass like that, that means they have something to screw with you.
I will be heard.
All right, so let's see what we can do.
Our light grows brighter.
Okay, GG. Have you given Vi a chance yet? She feels really fun with her Relic and 6-star power. Yes, I've played a couple games of Vi. She's feeling much better. I don't have her at 6 stars, I have her at 5 stars, but she's feeling much improved. Alright. This one we have the highest likelihood of playing. We'll grab that. We would love to see Spell Shield here, because we really need it. Shadow Totem, Vampiric Scepter, or Power Rift. This will help us be able to play her for free, which means we can potentially play other units that we might have to try to bait them out. So, sure. Shadow Totem sucks for Diana because your double attack doesn't work. Like, it gets its first attack and then dies. It potentially would be extra damage, but being able to play other units to bait out their attacks and then play for free Diana would probably be better. Shadow gives insurance for kill/recall. Not particularly, because they're still just going to kill our normal Diana, and then our ephemeral one will get one strike off and then die before they get the double attack. Like, it could potentially give us extra damage round 1, but against Swain, he has multiple cards to kill you round 1, and we don't have Spell Shield. So I think the most important is going to be trying to make him lose or spend mana before. They like disabling the ephemerals though, don't they? They sometimes like stunning them, yes. Normally it'd be good for the additional Echoing Spirit cost reduction. That's true, but that doesn't apply to us because they're already free. Yeah, I think we'll go for Power Rift. There is a thought for either one of these, but I think Power Rift specifically for Swain is going to be better. Let's purchase healing so we're max health, and let's go into this. 0 cost Diana, you can play her again if she kills her. Yes, and when we play her again, she's going to refill our mana again. We actually want the Dustbringer. We'll get rid of this. But yeah, we're happy to have the Dustbringer. But we have none of our champion. That's bad. Alright, so we could also risk passing for them to try to play something, but I don't want to risk losing our attack token. We can drop our Dustbringer.
They forced us to choose death or the blade.
They believe that they are safe behind their walls.
All right, let's copy our copies of Diana. I know that they have a 2 cost with Reckoner's Mark. Okay, ad break. I'm gonna snooze that. Let's not have that happen. I know they have a 2 cost with Reckoner's Mark that's gonna kill our strongest unit, which Diana's gonna get buffed up by 2, but she's also gonna get buffed up by our 1 cost. Yeah, she's gonna be our strongest. So I think I'm actually gonna drop the Mountain Goat since we can play Diana for free. Okay, they didn't have it.
Find your own light within the darkness.
At least we have additional Nightfall triggers for her.
Cherish, Moon Sister.
All right, Diana, great.
Cloaked in silver light.
So here we're gonna play a Dust Petal to make this be a 1 cost to use up our spell mana, because our spell mana is about to get refilled, and that's all we have, so we have to be much more careful with it. Double Pale Cascades, not fantastic for us.
They tried to blind me with resplendence, but they could
No,
not
I
break me.
I can snooze the ads sometimes. I can only do it so many times a stream, but yeah, didn't want to do it right now. All right, we need to try to get more copies of our Diana. All right, there we go.
Our light grows brighter.
So now it just comes down to the luck of if we can actually play enough Dianas to end this round, which we don't have enough for 2 Pale Cascades. So I'm going to skip. All right, we missed it. That is unfortunate. All right, another copy of our Diana. Great.
In silver light.
Yeah, this build, it does come down to a lot of luck, and so a lot of the skill behind it is just trying to give yourself the best possible odds to make it actually happen. But yeah, a lot of it is just, will I draw the right cards? All right, we don't see a Diana here. We don't have enough to end. We could do for a Pale Cascade for another round, but we're gonna try to be greedy. We're gonna skip here.
Our light grows brighter.
All right, we did not get it. That is sad. We are going to attack. Hopefully this unit can die.
I cannot turn back.
If it can, then we're able to end. We could kill their Swain,
Your heretic.
but that's a lot of damage lost. So I'm worried about them blocking with one of these two, but we can't really help that.
Face your heretic.
The one issue, though, is we don't have enough to end this round unless they kill this, which they're probably not stupid enough to do. Although, this is going to die at the end of the round because this has Banner. It has Fearsome, so 2 of these can block it. Oh yeah, they can't block with these 2. Yeah, that's true. So either they kill it now or they kill it next turn. If we didn't have this, I think I'd actually want to kill Swain since we're not ending. Although it reduces down our damage, but we don't want him to be able to stun us immediately. How much damage are we losing though? He only has 4 out of combat damage. He shouldn't get enough to end us, but he does have stun the strongest back row enemy. They're gonna get 1 free action next round. We're gonna get our rally. We'll be able to attack. Will we be able to get what we need though? That's kind of the biggest thing. Yeah, so it's like extra damage because we're gonna lose a lot of these stats because a lot of them are temporary.
I will be heard.
I think we'll try to kill their Swain. Again, I'm just trying to think of what is the best possible option here. Let's try to attack like this. Okay, they don't block it. Not surprising. It's gonna die. They'll have 1 chance to play a spell, and then we can attack. Okay, they dropped something stupid. So let's play this first. Okay, perfect. We hit Diana. We are going to use our counterfeit copies to shuffle more copies of that into our deck, increase our odds of getting it.
Cloaked in silver light.
Oh yeah, it didn't actually die because it was temporary stats. Yeah, that sucks. So it's technically at full health. Let's drop our Cloven Way. Let's stun this unit because it has Overwhelm. If they attack, Dustbringer kill. We're gonna get our Dustbringer to die. If they attack, everyone can kill this. All right, so they're not attacking. So the one problem here is they are going to have spells that they can use.
No more hiding.
So they might be able to stop us with spells, but we have enough damage. Let's go for it.
Is this the death you imagined?
Okay, so we didn't get an OTK, but still able to clear with 3-star Diana. GG.
We speak, and they will hear us.
You should attack with everything so they block. I mean, they'll just block the units that we don't want them to kill, which doesn't do anything. We need those units to block for blockers to help us survive if they attacked. All right, able to actually clear with Diana. The Hidden Tome is definitely a nice upgrade for you. Wasn't needed as much this one just because we got lucky with the Hidden Inspiration, but still, even without it, some of those matches we wouldn't have been able to clear because we already were running out of mana. This makes 3-star Diana even better. When she gets a constellation, it's going to be insane. Ah, nice. Thank you for watching that video, especially all the way to the end. Very impressed with Diana doing absolutely fantastic, even as just a 3-star champion, still able to clear the hardest challenges in the entire game. Now, we did get a pretty good build going there, so that obviously helped out quite a good amount, but always fun to be able to OTK many enemy opponents. Now, if you enjoyed that video, and if you appreciate all the daily Path of Champions coverage, a like and subscribe, greatly appreciated. I hope you have a great rest of your day.